As live sports shut down, advertisers are scrambling to find ways to reach their audience. Their problem could be the key to online providers finally tapping into the $70 billion TV ad market. Let's get started. This is nScreenNoise. My name is Colin Dixon, founder and chief analyst at nScreen Media, and today is March 19th, 2020. Nielsen released data this week which gives us a hint of the impact on our media viewing of staying in our homes for long periods of time. It went back and it looked at snow-ins and hurricanes, similar situations where people were confined to their homes for extended periods of time, and found as much as a 60% increase in the consumption of media. So it looks like we're going to be watching a lot more. But one thing we're not going to be watching, of course, is live sports. League after league has cancelled over the last few weeks, and it even looks like the Olympics, which aren't scheduled to start for 5 months on July 24th, it looks like they may cancel as well. So this creates a short-term problem for advertisers who are trying to reach people through live sports. They're going to be looking for somewhere else to air those advertisements. And this is a huge impact. Kantar Media estimates that usually at this time of the year, about $2 billion is spent on advertising that targets people through live sports. And this has led to Moffett-Nathanson estimating big impacts on things like on channels like ESPN. It thinks it's going to lose about 481 million. It thinks Turner will lose 210 million. And if the Olympics are cancelled, well, NBCU is expecting about $1.25 billion in commitments for ads during the Olympics. So really, really big impacts. So advertisers are probably looking for other places that they can advertise. Now, one place that they can't advertise that's going to pick up a lot of this viewing is SVOD, because, of course, most of those services are ad-free. Television, that will probably pick up some of those advertising dollars, regular TV during dramas and what have you. But, of course, that's limited because much of that inventory is pre-sold. But one place they can go is to online and the free ad-supported TV providers. There's lots of people now spending time with these services, extended periods of time with these services. So, for example, Pluto TV has 22 million monthly active users, Zumo has, 6 million, and Tubi has about 25 million monthly active users. Those are, by the way, those are the company's estimates. Those aren't audited estimates. So whatever happens, there are tens of millions of people watching these channels. And we're beginning to see smart TVs, for example, push people towards these channels. So when I turned on my Samsung Smart TV this morning, there was a little ad for a coronavirus dedicated news channel that was part of Samsung TV Plus and likely provided by one of the Tubi or Pluto or one of those providers is the provider of that channel. So that could be a place where advertisers can turn, and advertising is pretty different through these platforms. Unlike traditional television, all of the ads are targeted, so you can actually reach a viewer regardless of the channel that they're watching. You're not targeting by the content type. You're actually being able to reach real people or at least real demographic groups across multiple channels. It's a data-rich environment, so there's lots of data coming back to advertisers. And more importantly, the ads are unskippable. Fast services don't let you skip ads. I can skip ads on traditional pay TV by pausing and skipping as I catch up, or recording on my DVR and skipping then. You can't skip using the fast services. So the emergency could last for months, and that is more than enough time for consumers to change their habits. In other words, they could get used to watching these fast services and watch a lot less pay television and traditional TV as a result. So that could have far-reaching impacts on the industry. But as important as that, the advertisers will get plenty of time to see just how effective advertising through these platforms are. And if it turns out they're as good as advertising through traditional live sports, it could be that a lot of that advertising money that shifts over never comes back. And in fact, this whole stay-at-home crisis could help shift a lot of those advertising dollars, a lot of that $70 billion that is spent on TV advertising. It could remove that logjam and move some of that money and a lot of that money over to online services like the FAST TV services. So if you enjoyed this video and you want a lot more information like this, come to the nScreen Media website and sign up for our newsletter. You can get that daily or weekly in your inbox. And you can bet we'll be tracking the impact of the coronavirus on our viewing habits right here on nScreenNoise. We'll see you again next time.